Welcome back to the glorious fields of Perthshire. Another stunningly, phenomenally beautiful sunny day. So I'm glad to report the rain has gone, for the moment at least. It's going to be a nice day today. It's going to be 20 odd degrees, so I'm out very early because I'm in between different work patterns. So I have got about 3.5 to 4 hours today. And I am back out on this stunning field, which is a carrot field. It's been harvested, it's covered in places in straw, and it's been phenomenal already. I've been out a few times, produced not only Roman but also medieval as well, and this field is covered in crop marks. It could be a village, a settlement, it could even be some sort of Roman fort. So I don't know, medieval, Roman, it could be either, it could be both. But there's only one way to find out if there's going to be any more treasures. So it's just me again today, and as ever, I'm going with the Jethro program. And hopefully I've found the time in a previous video to post the settings as promised, because Jethro very kindly said that I could share it with YouTube and with the world. So I hope you're all getting on okay with it, if you're giving it a try. So let's go and see if we can find some treasures. This is today's field. As you know, I've done it a few times already with some good success. As ever, I'm going with the Jethro program. And if you want to see the settings for it, look back. You'll find it probably about 2 videos back. I'm going to focus on this area here. There's an area that runs all the way around the edge of the field, which has been sort of rolled. So hopefully less straw, easier digging, and it kind of follows the boundary of the field. So maybe some treasures to be had. As is often the case, first target in the first 30 seconds. 82. Now I am right next to the gateway into the field, so this is a classic place where you're going to find tin cans. Aluminium related, but at least it's a shallow target. But as you know, it's always a live dig on the first. Is that a stone? It's there somewhere. There it is there. Well, it's round. Is it a coin on the first? Surely not. No, I don't think so. I think it's some sort of fastening maybe. Let's get that turned off. Give it a wee brush. It's copper alloy. Zoom you in a touch. And sorry, some of my videos I've realised recently I haven't been doing a very good job of keeping the find in the middle of the screen. So I will do better. Yeah, it's possibly some sort of fastening or something. Well, it's a thing. Copper alloy. Date, purpose unknown, but technically it's junk. Signal number 2, 1.5 minutes. Oh, is that aluminium? It is. The joys. A bit of a tin can. Junk. We've got a coin. Right there. A bit of a debatable target, to be quite honest. But inside 20 minutes, we have got a coin. Now, I didn't film it because I've been plagued with aluminium. But that is definitely not aluminium. Looks like a halfpenny, possibly George V. Oh, where's my brush? There we go. Give it a wee tickle. Oh, it's not, it's his son. It's George VI. It's looking like a pretty decent coin. It's a ship's halfpenny, probably from around the war years. 1942. Let me give it a wee burnish. Oh, a wee burnish with the little towel. Looks like a pretty nice coin. Oh, it is. a lovely patina on it as well. So there you are. Let's get you in the sun. So there you go, 1942, a ship's halfpenny in beautiful condition. So kind of halfway through the Second World War, and there's George VI looking to the left-hand side. Now his younger brother, a man called the Duke of Kent, he was the last royal to be killed in active service. He actually died in Scotland, and I think he actually died around about 1942. He was on a boat, a flying boat, you know, one of those planes that can land on water. He was on one of them. He was flying from Scotland to, they believe, either Iceland or Sweden, and in thick fog the plane flew into a hillside. I think it was either Caithness or Sutherland in the north of Scotland, and all but one on board were killed, including the Duke of Kent. So there you go. It's a lovely coin though, beautiful patina, and hopefully a sign of good quality finds to come from this field. Brilliant. This one's a 64, came out in the first spade fill, possibly a button, maybe a wee bit of lead. There you go. Well, it's a little bit of lead. Ah well, junk. Few technical difficulties with my microphone. I've had to swap over to the spare, which is not quite as good, but fingers crossed it'll do the job. I have to get in touch with DJI, I think, who make the microphone, because the central unit isn't holding its charge for some reason. So either it's not quite fitting in the charging case, maybe there's some dust in it, or there's something wrong with the points. So anyway, 81. And that's a stone. Ah, there we go. Oh, it's a button. It's a button, possibly a military button. Let's give it a wee rub-a-dub. And there's writing on there, but I'm going to struggle to make that out. It is a military. It is a military. It's a very worn general service button. Probably Second World War era. Should be a lion and a unicorn on there. And there is, but they're very, very difficult to make out. So I'll superimpose what that would look like on top. But the lion on the left-hand side is the animal, the national animal of England. And on the right-hand side, the unicorn, which is the national animal of Scotland. The only country in the world where a unicorn is the national animal is Scotland. Hopefully I've got them the right way around, but you'll soon see if I superimpose and the unicorn's on the left, you'll realise I've made a grave mistake, but probably dates to around 1939 to 1945. Nice wee find. At last, gone a bit quiet, half an hour, no signals. Solid 85, I was getting plagued by aluminium all around the edge of the field, so I've headed into the field quite a bit more in the hope, maybe, that we'll get less junk. But in doing that, it's just gone dead. But that's fine, as long as I get quality over quantity, and that is neither quality or quantity. That is a piece of tractor related something or other. We get loads of these similar pieces, bits broken off. I think someone suggested actually that this could be part of a fitting for a window, but possibly. Anyway, junk unfortunately. Okay, this one was a 72. It's a clawed shot, so I thought I'd do it with you. Some of you might be looking alarmed at my cut on my finger. Don't worry, it is glued, so it's going to keep it clean. I just thought a plaster would fall off continually. So 72, somewhere in there. There's something green coming out. I think it's just a random piece of metal. In fact, it could be a rim. I think it is. I think it's a rim off of a vessel maybe. Let's get the brush on it and see. So yeah, yours truly doing a bit of DIY yesterday, managed to cut himself a a smiler of a cut, if you know what I mean. Did a lot of bleeding, but yep, it is. It's a rim off of a, I don't know, like a pot or a vessel, cooking pot maybe. But yeah, it could be old, could be medieval, you never know, but certainly it's going to be 200-300 plus years old. Well, it's a find. This time a jittery 82 produces what I think will be a musket ball. Yes, indeed it is. So again, another find, not ancient, but always a good sign, because this is probably going to be 250, 300, maybe even 400 years old. But it is a musket ball. It's probably been fired. It's a little bit misshapen on that side, but yes, musket ball. So it's a good sign. We have a screamer. Best signal of the day so far, 92, 94. Dare I say, a bit of silver would be nice. Ah, there it is there. It's a bit of stainless steel, I think. I think it just fell back in the hole. Ah, sure I saw a rectangular piece. There it is there, look. Ah. Is it stainless steel? It's got a couple of funny holes in it anyway. Tell you what, it's heavy. In fact, I shouldn't brush it just in case. Like, could it be silver? Let's just check. That's definitely the. Yep, 91. 91 now it's out the ground. Is that silver? Let's get the water bottle. It's very heavy. Initially I thought it's stainless steel. 2 holes in it. I tell you what, that could be a strap end or some sort of belt fitting. Oh, it's decorated. Oh, oh, you beauty, look at that. That is something. Look at that. I don't know what it is, but it looks like silver to me. Is it old silver or is it new silver? Or newish silver? Can't really see anything on the back. Right, I'm going to have a wee... I've got a fair bit of mud and water on me. I'm going to clean this up off camera and get back to you in a wee second. It's looking promising. Folks, I think we've got something really old. Really old. It is, you know, it's not massively thick. A couple of millimetres, give or take. Bit thinner in places. 2 holes, which are kind of irregular and quite worn. Very smooth around the holes. It's actually a bit of a recess around them. Maybe it's been a rivet in there, been attached to something. But there are little bits of decoration. There's a few lines. It looks almost like diamonds, and there's a few dots there too. Let me zoom you in a touch more. That's better focus. Look at that. Now it's quite ragged there and there. So that's gone to something else. Maybe there's been 2 lugs that have stuck out, or maybe even it was like a enclosed end. In there, that is smooth as a baby's bum in there. Look, you can actually see how smooth it is. So something's been rubbing in there. Something's been attached there or rubbing through there. Maybe a piece of leather. Same on the other side. Very smooth. Now the back, there's a few dinks and scratches and lines, but I can't see any obvious decoration. And that end there is ragged as anything. That's actually, it feels like a really fairly recent break. I could cut myself on that if I wanted to get another one. That's got to be silver. Now the question is, how old is that? Well, it could be a medieval, some sort of strap end, some sort of belt fitting. But could that even be Roman or Iron Age? Well, that is an interesting find. The holes are weird. The shape of them, the fact that they're both different sizes. I mean, that could be where it was tapped onto leather. Yeah, I think that could be some sort of strap end belt fitting. Look at that. I mean, that could be old. That could be 1,000 years old. Could be 2,000 years old. Well, that is the find of the day. Well, I wasn't thinking. I thought it was going to be one of those days today. I wasn't really going to get anything. But let me know in the comments below. Silver, and it's a beautiful piece. Not 100% certain what it is, but let me know in the comments below. What a find. Absolutely over the moon with that. Spreading out from that little, well, I'm going to call it a strap end. There's another really nice signal. 94. Now there's definitely a recent break on that. There's something there actually. I think that's green. Oh, it's a buckle, is it? That is a buckle. Ah, well, it's not old. God, that was a banging signal, wasn't it? Well, it's a buckle, a horse buckle. Ah, I was hoping that was going to be some sort of incredible silver thing that was about 3 foot long that was attached to the piece that was broken off. You can see a little notch where the buckle would have been. That's iron just there, which is where the pin's corroded. Iron pin on a copper alloy buckle, but probably 1800s, 1900s, but still, it's a nice find. Nothing else doing around that area, but a very, very loud 96. Ugh. 95, 96. And we're out. And my wife is calling me, so I'm going to have to get back to you in a wee second. Okay, back to camera. My wife just wondering when I'll be home. Well, there's something there. Is that a wee... Oh no, it's not. I was going to say it looks like a... don't know what I was going to say it looks like, but anyway, it looks like a little weight, possibly. A little cup weight. You get these fairly often in the fields. They can be all kinds of dates. Sometimes they can be counter-stamped. Simon got a really nice one. It was George III, I think. Out of field, not far away from where I am, which was made of lead. This is some sort of copper alloy. And there's possibly a mark in the middle there. I'm going to have to let it dry out, and then I'll get a bit of bendy thumb action in there, see if we can get some detail. Oh, there might be an X, actually. Maybe? Right, back to you in a wee minute. Nice find. Okay, well, what I thought was a cross or an X is actually a letter Z. So it's 0Z or OZ, which is the abbreviation for ounce. And there's also a fraction there. It looks like 1/3 or 1/2. So it's either 1/3 of an ounce or half an ounce. And an ounce is about 28 grams for anyone who's in the old the metric system. But yeah, half an ounce. So that would make it 14 grams. And if it's 1/3 of an ounce, then that would make it just over 9 grams. I'm going for half an ounce. So this is a cup weight. So these would have stacked one inside the other, bigger to smaller, smaller to bigger. And this is probably for measuring. I mean, half an ounce could be tobacco, could be butter, you know, small amounts of sugar, stuff like that. But they were sometimes used as coin weights as well. But I can't imagine that that's going to be for weighing coins. That would be a heavy coin. Maybe a George III. being shot at again. Maybe a George III cartwheel penny would weigh about that, but other than that, yeah, probably domestic. But still, it's a nice find, and date-wise, probably Victorian, 1830s through to 1900, I'm guessing. Nice find. It's all gone a bit quiet again. This time though, under the straw, because I'm right in the heart of the field, we've got a 66. Which could be lead, could be a button, could be a wee slither of copper. Thankfully, it's not deep. Well, I'm still delighted, should I say, about that bit of silver. What I think is a strap end. I think we're in this clod, possibly. Yep. Not in there. I'm looking forward to hearing what you all think. Well, it is. It's a little bit of copper. Yep. A little fragment of copper. It's got a kind of hook on that end bending over. It could even be a picture hanger. I've had quite a few of them in and around here. But yeah, over the moon with that bit of silver. Really, really great find. Another one for the museum, that. So let's see if we can get anything else. A pretty solid 84. Within the realms of a halfpenny. It's been not very good for quite a while. But that's detecting for you. You find something amazing and then you get back to the aluminium and the junk. Not sure if it's out or not. Still in there. Right, it's there. Oh, it is a coin. It is a coin. It's a penny. Low for a penny, if it is a penny. Could be a button. Nope, I think it's a coin. Fantastic. It's not looking great. It's not looking great at all. But, well, we might get some detail off that. Give it a wee wipe. Could be a Victoria. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but it looks quite smooth. But it doesn't look in phenomenal condition. Ugh, not really seeing anything on there at the moment. On that side? No, not really. Alright, I will give it a rubby dub. I'll do my best and I will get back to you. But it is another coin. I was indeed right. It is Queen Victoria. Now at the bottom, I can just make out part of a date, and it ends 86. So it's not going to be 1986 because it's too big to be a penny. So it's an 1886 penny, and I thought it might be Victoria, and it is Queen Victoria. So there you go. Nice to see you, Queen Victoria. I haven't had a Queen Victoria for, seems like ages, but nice to have her back again. And on this side, somewhere, yep, just there, you can see her head looking to the left. So nice to get another coin. It's been slow, but perseverance pays off. So, fantastic. I think that's only coin number 2, which isn't many for me, but they all count. Great. Another wee mystery object. What do you reckon to that? It's bronze, or copper alloy. I think it's bronze though. But, well, it's got some shape to it. It's got some greenery to it. It's definitely broken off something, but I don't know. Could be just about anything, couldn't it? A bit of old metal working, dross or leftovers, but I don't know. If you know, then let me know. Ah, the joys. Love getting ring pulls. Always makes me think of the comedy show The Detectorists. But there you go, more junk. Well, I was thinking the ring pull might be my last find. Oh, I'm almost out the field. If I can get the spade in here. We're in with a final target. If I can actually get it out the ground. Very stony. Ah, nightmare. Don't tell me it's going to be a deep one just to finish off. It is, because it's not even picking it up. Alright, well, I'll get back to you in a wee minute. Well, from a depth of about 10 inches, I've only went and got a final coin. Just to finish it off. And it looks to be in reasonable condition. And it's our good friend, Gorgeous George. Looks to be a nice coin actually, very nice coin. Beautiful coin. There's my blanket, I'll give it a little rub. Sun is out again, and this is going to be the last target of the day, but what a day. Well, at moments I thought this is going to be a shocker, because struggled for quite some time. It took me till about 2.5 hours before I started to get consistently good targets and some nice finds. So there you go, there's the reverse, Britannia seated. The date at the bottom is 1915. That is a really, really beautiful coin though. Lovely patination, beautiful detail, and a very fine looking moustache on George V. So 1915, we're into the Great War, the war to end all wars, until we had another one. Now we call it World War I. 1915, so it started in 1914, and well, it was a disaster for all. I mean, it's estimated that somewhere around 20 million were killed during the First World War in 4 years, and over half of them were actually civilians, as is often the case. Scotland suffered incredibly badly. Well, the UK did, obviously, as did many other countries, but Scotland, as part of the British forces, suffered far, far higher losses. I think the death rate in England was, I think it was about 6% between the ages of 16 and 50. But Scotland, some estimates are it was somewhere between 10 and 12%. That was the death rate between 16 and 50 years of age, because Scotland had a lot more people in the armed forces per head of population, so we suffered far greater losses. But there you go, a beautiful little coin to end what has been actually a pretty fantastic day. Well folks, what a fantastic day, a beautiful day's weather as well, and all in all I got just over the 4 hour mark, 4 hours and 10 minutes, and all in all some fantastic finds, one in particular. So let's have a wee look at the best of today. And there we are, look at that, and the sun is shimmering on that little piece of silver, so that is without doubt the find of the day, the find of the month, and it is a really, really interesting thing. So let me know what you think of that, but I think that's going to be at least medieval, which is probably going to put it back to the 13th or 14th century, and it could well be even older, could be Roman, could be Iron Age, could be pushing for 2,000 years old. So let me know your thoughts on that. I'll get it tested at the jewellers just to see what the silver content's like, and well, I'll get back to you and let you know, but really interested to see what you all think of that. That is a really, really interesting find. Very important, I think. So we've got George V, 1915, we've got Queen Victoria, 1886, and we've got George VI halfpenny from 1942. We've got this little button, which is a general service button, probably around the time of the Second World War. We've got our little buckle, probably 18 into the beginning of the 1900s. We've got our interesting little little cup weight, which looks like it's half an ounce, which is probably Victorian, 1850s, 1900. Curious little piece of bronze. Don't know what I've done with my pot rim. I think I put it in my junk bag, but I'll dig that out later. And what I thought was a musket ball actually is a fishing weight. It's got a hole in it. And if it's not a fishing weight, it's used for rabbit netting, when they used to use big long nets to catch rabbits. But that is a pretty good day out. So thank you all for watching. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I'll be really interested to hear what you all think of that piece of silver. I'm pretty certain it's some sort of strap end, some sort of belt buckle fitting, and I think it could be medieval, but it could be even older. It could be Roman, it could be Iron Age, but I'd be really interested to see and hear what you all think. So who knows what we've got here? I thought possibly a Roman site, but the last time I got a cut half, a hammered from the 1200s, but then I also got a Roman denarius from the 2nd century. Now this piece of silver, well, I don't know, it could be Roman, it could be medieval, but there's certainly something on this hill, that's for sure. So hopefully more great finds to come, especially once they sort out this straw, they mulch it all up, they chop it up and they plough it into the soil and it will start to decompose. So hopefully there is a lot more to come. So as ever, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be interested to hear all of your comments. Now, I should also add, if you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button, and hopefully I'll see you on the next dig. So take care, and thanks for watching. Oh, and if you've missed the Jethro program, go and have a look back, probably 2, maybe 3 videos, and you should find it uploaded. So have a go. And I take no credit whatsoever. Jethro is the man who's designed it, and it works fantastically for me. So take care, and we'll see you all on the next dig.